Welcome to selfdiscoveryradio.com, where the orchard of wisdom is just ready for picking. We celebrate your why, the journey that you've taken that inspires someone else. We support your services, we support your story. Come and be our guest, become a host, be an author with us. Come and see what we've got. Our next show is... Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sara's View of Life. I am your host, Sara Troy. Well, I have recently moved. My little office is actually an extended deck that's been closed in. And I have a separate bedroom, which I used to be for the last year in one room. So it's nice to be able to be in two rooms. I've moved to an area in Victoria, BC called Fernwood. It's right near the Cook's Village. It's less than 5 minutes to downtown. And it has so much community around here. Little pockets here, little pockets there. Everything that you need within walking distance. And it's a flashback for me. It's taking me back to South Africa with a little bit of England dashed in. A lot of the architecture reminds me of England, but the feel of it reminds me of Cape Town in South Africa, where there were a lot of pockets of community, little village type places where you had your local pub. We didn't really have coffee shops back then, but places to go to, grocery stores and things like that. And here, wherever I go, I am 5, maximum 10 minutes from anything, and it's wonderful. I am so enjoying being able to go out my door, either catch a bus somewhere, or be able to walk one way for one coffee shop, grocery store, wonderful bakery, Chinese restaurant, hop on a bus, go a bit further down the road, great pizzeria, 2 coffee shops, and a pub. Or walk around the corner to a little local pub, another coffee shop, a theater, a Mexican restaurant, and a pizzeria. And the thing is that it's all a wonderful walk. Some lovely old houses mixed with new apartments, some boulevards, some quirky little streets, and it's just so alive. I'm absolutely loving it. So a place does make a difference. I know that the general consensus is that wherever you are, that's where your place is. And I agree that we need to bring ourselves, and it is, if we're at home here within ourselves, then we could be at home anywhere. But I also agree, and I'm subject to my environment. And a place that is non-confrontational, that is peaceful, that is quiet, that is embracing is very, very important to me. Here I'm on the 3rd floor. I look over and I see rooftops and trees and so much blue sky. Before I looked out onto the docks. I saw a lot of blue sky, which was really lovely, lovely fresh air coming in from there. But you had the docks going from 7 in the morning to 11 at night, sometimes later. And with 7 people in the house, it was very noisy. There's just 2 of us here. And my wonderful flatmate is an 85-year-old 5-foot dot black belt. Yeah, she's a feisty one with an incredible history and being blessed with so much love, but at the same time also so much loss. And she is a wonderful soul, and I'm really enjoying her. She's got a great sense of humor, and there's a wonderful 20-year-old cat. So I had a lot of problems setting up the internet. Things weren't coordinating with each other, like apparatuses were not speaking to each other, so therefore there was a misconnect. Doesn't that sound familiar? Don't we have that in our real lives as well? Finally, after 3 or 4 days of back and forth, carting modems, spending hours online with this one and that one, we've got it fixed. I pray. And I pray that it's all fast enough for me for all the uploads and downloads that I have to do, but we will find that out. Right now, I'm at least hooked up back onto the internet, and hallelujah. So a place does make a difference, and I think we move to places that feel is our soil. As I said, for me, there's a village down the road here in Victoria called Cook's Village. When I went there, I felt it was 70s meets millennial 70s. It's hippie, but not so far out. It's relaxed. It's people who are friendly, who are community-based, who chat. Obviously, people in my age, which makes a difference. It's really nice to kind of meet people from my era that kind of get it, the kind of life, that we lived. the great music of the late 60s and 70s, and just the lifestyles that we had then. I was in South Africa then, traveled mid 70s for a couple of years throughout Europe and America and England, and but back into South Africa. And it's just a feeling that I'm home. I knew when I first went to Cook's Village with my daughter that this was the kind of area I wanted to be in. I felt the vibe straight away. And we're not far from the water, although I can't see it from here. When the winds get going, you'll feel it, and you can still feel a lovely crispness in the air. And it really is lovely. And it is just that place where the architecture speaks to you, and where the vibe speaks to you. And I've already kind of met people out walking with their doggies, and I've met people at coffee bars when I've asked a question and they've come and joined me, and we're going to meet up and do things. And I call Victoria the village city. It is a city. It's a worldwide city. It has our government here, massive IT, huge amount of tourism. It has a lot here, but it has a village feel. You can walk around Victoria in an afternoon and see so much and do so much. And as I said, for me, I'm 5 minutes up the road by bus, from the center of town. So I can go in there and get my vibe and my busyness and come home to something that feels a little more community-based. There are different sounds here, obviously. There's more people living around here, less suburbia, so therefore there's a buzz. But it's a kind of noise that you're happy to hear because it's people alive, it's people out there doing things, which is rather cool. So are you in a place that really is serving you? Is it a place that's just temporary? Is it a place that you're there because it's the right price, or because the family's there, the job is there, but it really doesn't fit you, doesn't suit you? Is it time to kind of be relooking at relocating? My son is always saying to me, home is where you are. And yes, I go with me wherever I go, and I've got to be at home with myself. That's not the issue. It is finding a place where it matches your vibration, where you feel at home in. It's like you are your own building and you're wanting to put it on a piece of property somewhere. So I've been moving my building around for a while, looking for that right piece of property, that right space. And here in Fernwood, Victoria, I have found it. And hopefully it will last a long time. However long I'm going to be here, I don't know. Ultimately, I want to get my own place. But this is the area. I really like it. I like the fact that I can get out and walk, don't have to go miles to get anywhere. 10 minutes, enjoy my coffee, enjoy the conversation, pick up the stuff I need and come back. And it's not an hour walk to go and get something. So it's nice. Community is something that we make of it, isn't it? It's a community not only where you live, it's community online with the people you have, it's the community in your work, it's the community amongst parenting, community of family. Everything is kind of a community based, and you want to be in a community where you feel at home, where you feel heard, where you feel that you match. So it's very, very important in what you do in life, whether whoever you're meeting with online or in business, or your family or friends, kids back to school, you're going to meet the mums, kids are going to make friends. And it's about building that community of like-minded or interesting people where you really do enjoy each other's company and you're there to help and support one another. So community is very, very important. And I encourage you to look for your community. I know thousands of people. I only have 2 or 3 really good friends. I'm hoping here to make more friends, not just acquaintances. That's one of the things that was missing in my life. Brilliant online community with selfdiscoveryradiotv.com. Fabulous people from all over the world. And I have 2 or 3 soul sister friends that I will love forever. But when it came to, those community friends, people that you go, hey, let's go out for a bite, let's go see a movie, let's go for a walk, let's meet for coffee. I didn't have any of that. And that was something that I was missing. And I believe I'm building up now, which is wonderful. I had such a beautiful online community. I was forgetting that outside of that, what was I doing? wasn't going anywhere, wasn't doing anything, if I wasn't seeing my son or my kids, or my one or two friends now and again, I was at home. And so it's good to be somewhere where you're forced to get out and that you feel comfortable enough. I've just come from the local pub. I was going to go for a coffee, but I already had one. And I thought, I'm going to pop into the pub for a beer. It's been rather a stressful few days with all this internet stuff and past landladies. And I wanted just to kind of de-stress. So I went and sat on the patio, had some yam fries and a beer, and watched all the people around me and just kind of felt the vibe and said, how community is this? If I come in on an evening, am I going to be look like a cougar or something? And they said, no, lots of people do. It is the local pub, the local bar. And so I'm going to do that now and again, in an evening where I feel I just don't want to be at home, I'm going to pop down to the pub and have a drink and meet whoever or just be around the vibe. And, look for that Cheers pub where you can go in where everyone knows your name. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to be known somewhere? People know your order, know you. How are you today? That's something that's missing. And I'm looking for that, and I'm looking forward to finding that. So I have so many choices. Down the road, I have a wonderful little coffee shop that is French, and they do wonderful waffles and crepes. And further down, which is more of a bus ride, is 2 different types of coffee shops and great pizzeria. And this way, there's another coffee shop. I haven't tried that yet, but the pub. So I don't have to go downtown. Everything is just really close. But if I go downtown, there's lots of little places to go to, and restaurants or pubs or coffee shops. And I think people are used to people going in on their own because it's such a transient, city. There's a big university here. There's huge amount of IT companies here. Of course, you've got the government here, which is, the Ontario, and then here, the West government, numerous amounts of industries here, and of course, tourism, which is so big, and the university, I mentioned that. So, and of course, the Navy. Let's not forget the Navy. So there's a lot here, and there's a lot to do. I love the cinemas here. They're in case you just want to go and see a movie on the screen, especially if it's an action movie. And they're all lazy boys. You sit in these seats, put your feet up, they're nice and wide and comfy arms, and you can watch a movie eating whatever. The other day, I mistakenly did not have a bite to eat before I went to a movie, and I was hungry, and I bought a bag of caramel popcorn. I haven't eaten that in years, but I'm busy munching it as I'm watching Mission Impossible, which was fun, lots of fun. And it was all very exciting. So I can pop down and see a movie. There's a theatre around the corner, which I'm going to pay attention to what's going on there. One of, I guess, Bessia Belicia, or the one on beautiful movement and the freedom of movement, is literally around the corner with her studio. So I'm definitely going to check that out. So life is within the fingertips, a few feet away of everything. And even sitting here now, there's a church rooftop I see over there. There's a big house rooftop here. There's apartments behind me, and there's trees all around me, and there's blue skies, and it's nice. It's very, very nice. So now that I'm in a more relaxed place, and God willing, the internet behaves, and I'm in a community where I feel it's more invitational and I can get out and about and meet like-minded, like-soul, light-hearted people, I'm really excited about being here. I knew coming to Victoria was the right thing to do. I've had no qualms with Victoria. It wasn't very successful where I was before. Just not a match. And here, just my soil, my place, my carpet pad, and I really am enjoying it so far, and I look forward to exploring even more. And that, I think the reason why I do like Victoria so much is that everything I need is here, but it's all within fingertips. Of course, if you're going out more to the burbs or going elsewhere by bus, it can be a long time. Bus routes are great when they're local. When they go elsewhere, they're not always that great. But definitely here, yeah, just everything I need. Hop on a bus or a few feet away. It's great. So happy girl here. I found my place. I found my space. And now I can match that vibration and see where it takes me. And I'll be happy to share it with you along the way. Now, don't forget, this is September. We have new hosts, The World According to Gus with Reverend Charles Ed Waters. We have Linus Wood Mullins back with a new series, Living Like It's Golden, on the wellness journey. We have under Eco Solutions, the Let's Get Synced series, bringing you people who are changing the emotional climate around climate change with laws and policies and philosophies and wisdom. And there'll be a new show every week for around about 12 weeks on that one. We've got some other hosts coming up in the future. And we've got some summits coming up with Lily Couture. And we have got so much more coming for you. Plus, every week, new shows for you of people that are ordinary people living extraordinary lives, making the difference in your life. So please stay tuned with us. You will also notice we're no longer just selfdiscoveryradio.com. We are selfdiscoveryradiotv.com. As we're into the videos now, I'm looking myself as a radio TV network, looking to expand, looking for sponsorships, looking to go to that next level. And very soon you'll see the MPO launched, which right now you can take a look at, which is selfdiscoverycommunity.org, selfdiscoverycommunity.org. I'm in motion, folks, in my locomotion, and I'm here to get things done. Plus, I have a daughter getting married. I'm a little on the busy side. But hey, you want to help? That's her art, by the way. And if you want to help in any way, if you want to be a sponsor, or you know somebody, or you want to be a host, or you want to be interviewed, or you want to sponsor us, you want to donate, just reach out. info@selfdiscoveryradiotv.com, info@selfdiscoveryradiotv.com. I'm Sara Troy. I look forward to hearing from you. If there's any topics you would like us to cover, let us know. We are here to serve you. Look at On Air, which is on air this week, and look at the podcast. You'll see all the shows that we have there for you. Many, many different genres. They're not on every week. They take their different turns, but you will see what's there. And with 2,000 shows here, we've got some wisdom for you, ready to serve you. So come and join us. These are exciting times. I love the fall. I'm reinvigorated, and I am looking forward to everything that is going to be beautifully abundant here, not only at selfdiscoveryradiotv.com, but hey, in my own life. I've got my own birthday upcoming around the corner, and you know that song, Will You Still Love Me? Will you still want me when I'm 64? Will you? Because that's around the corner. Bye for now, folks. Until next time. For more wonderful shows like this, please go to selfdiscoveryradio.com, podcasts, and see our lineup. And if you wish to support us, we have a funded button. Please stay tuned for our next show.